know what Barbershop P do, pick a side. And LG, he do the same too, pick a side. In Stack City, he gon' need you, pick a side. Who are we? Pick a side. Who are you? Pick a side. You know what Barbershop P do, pick a side. And LG, he do the same too, pick a side. In Stack City, he gon' need you, pick a side. Who are we? Pick a side. Who are you? Pick a side.
Hoodlamb, Hoodlamb Apparel.
Pick a side. It's mandatory.
It's mandatory. I was waiting on it.
Hey, get off my Zoom.
How's your Zoom? I got the end button. What's good? This your boy Stack City, and this is Pick a Side. Hey, listen, I got my boy, my brother, my ace, Barbershop P with me.
What's good, fellas? What's good?
I got my other brother, my other boy, my other ace, L to the G. What's good with you?
Cheer.
Yeah, all right. As usual, the crew is here. And today I want to talk a little something that has something to do with sports, but it's a serious topic as well. All right. I don't know that I would have thought about this question in the way that I did if it wasn't for the situation that I'm in, or not the situation, but if it wasn't for where I'm at in my life. Right? I love it. I love where I'm at. It's a beautiful situation, but it made me think about things a little differently. It just made me more aware, more aware. And it has to do with sports. But my question for you is, like, I'm a girl dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
We talk hoops a lot. Why is women's basketball not as big as men's basketball? And will it ever be? If so, what will it take for women's basketball to be what men's basketball is on a big scale? Like, will it ever get there? And if so, what will it take? And if it won't ever get there, how can it get more popular on the WNBA level, particularly, like the highest level is what I'm particularly aiming for. What will it take for it to get more popular than it currently is?
I think this is a tough question, man, because there's so many facets in that. Because it's like, the money, the funding, I just feel like up until this point, I don't think they've had like that LeBron or that Michael Jordan or that Magic Johnson like type figure that makes everybody want to tune in. And that's no disrespect to Cheryl Swoops and Diana Taurasi and what's my girl, Lisa Leslie. Like all of those were great hoopers, but I don't think on a global level, like they have like, like even like somebody like here recently even said Sha'Carri Richardson. Like, like she's magnetic, she's dynamic, like their personalities, like it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't feel like they've had like that personality to really like push them. And RIP, I think Gigi and Kobe definitely could have been the catalyst for the WNBA to put them on that level. And I also think more men in the sports world should get behind them, because we watch all these sports shows and all these debate shows, and you see more WNBA analysts and stuff getting involved in these shows. But how often do they actually talk about the WNBA? How many people know when the WNBA season is really going on? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, it's almost like baseball or something. Like these shows and stuff never cover it like that. And if they do, it's brief. And then they're going on to the next topic. So I just think like you're going to have more media backing for one. You're going to have more guys like LeBron and Dames and like the Steph Currys and these guys to kind of help put it on that platform so these women can start making the type of money that these guys and stuff make. And they get mad about the money differential, but it's like the reason why the guys make so much money is because a lot of people are watching it. These networks are bidding on the WNBA and you know what I'm saying? Like the way they got their CBA and all of that stuff set up is completely different from the WNBA. Even though I think it's growing. And if you look at the numbers, even with the finals, not last year, I don't even know about not this year, but I know last year, the Miami and Lakers finals, the WNBA was getting like more views and coverage than the actual finals was, and a lot of people don't know that. So I feel like it's growing, but I feel like they still haven't had like that person to really push it over the top, like where it's like I want to go watch her hoop. Like I'm trying to tune in, I'm trying to see what she about to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and maybe the girl that just want to spelling bee might be that person because she's a hooper. And if she keep going at the rate she going, man, she definitely gonna make it to WNBA because she's a problem.
Now, the reason I started off kind of saying because of the situation I'm in, and like I kind of pulled it back. I don't want to describe it as a situation, but what I meant was like I have a daughter who's fallen in love with the game. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like she's only 6, so who knows if it'll stick. But right now she loves it. Like she plays on a regular basis. But the thing about it is, if you ask her who her favorite player is, even before Space Jam 2 came out, she would say LeBron James.
Right?
Now, I don't think it's her favorite player because like she thinks his skill set is better than anybody else's that she's seen. I think it's her favorite player because of his visibility. His exposure. Right? Now, I think there were a woman who had as much exposure than I think most of these young ladies who follow basketball really closely that might say LeBron James. Perhaps, I don't want to speak for them, but perhaps they might say a female baller rather than a LeBron James or Kevin Durant. Right. Somebody that maybe they would say a name that's not a male, not a LeBron James, not a whoever the case may be. So it's on you, LG. What you think?
Can I ask you something before you get headed off to LG?
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to sit and watch the WNBA with your daughter?
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, we definitely have. We've been doing that since she was because she first told me she wanted to play basketball when she was 2 years old. Right? And then and sidebar, like I'm a coach and I've coached since before she was born. Mm-hmm. And then my wife brought her to my first game when she was 6 months old. So she pretty much, since she was an infant, has been coming to basketball games. So that's a big reason why probably she fell in love with the game or is falling in love with the game, is because she's been exposed to it since birth, like since she was born. Yeah. So when she told me, like when she was like 2, that she like, Daddy, I want to play basketball, and like she would say it over and over again. And like so, when she expressed that interest, like we would sit down and we would watch WNBA games or women's college basketball games.
Right.
And we watch the men too, just because like
basketball.
Just to get both sides. It's basketball. Yeah, it's basketball. Right. But yeah, we definitely sit down. We definitely sit down and have sat down and watched WNBA games and women's college games.
And that's interesting because
as much as her attention span,
allows.
Like, allows.
Yeah. And that's interesting because I asked that because I'm like, just to see, because I'm like, well, maybe she's not watched it or watched it as much, but it's like even with her watching it, she still said LeBron, which is crazy. And that's why I think like you need that one female that can kind of help. Like it's already like there. It's climbing. But you need that one female to like just take it there. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. But go ahead. It's on you, L.
Man, I think okay. So I think the biggest, so like Tim Duncan, right? Mm-hmm. We all know he's great.
Yeah.
We all know statistically, individual accolades, team championships, he's great. Mm-hmm. But a lot of times when people talk about top 10, maybe even top 20, might not mention Tim Duncan. It's not because he didn't do some of the things that all the other great players did. It's just that he was so fundamental.
The big fundamental, that's his nickname.
He was Mr. Fundamental. And I think that sports world is driven by a level of entertainment, right? So like, why does so many sports fanatics love boxing? Because people love to see a fight. If a fight broke out right now, we gonna run and go see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or football. A lot of people say football is America's sport. Why? It's a physical contact, fast, and so I think the difference is is that, and this is I just think that the level of the differences of athleticism as far as speed, strength, the ability to dunk and catch alleys, and that's more of a wow factor for the audience than just backdoor cuts, good dribbling between the leg, fundamental basic skills, team ball. You know what I'm saying? And I know with growing up playing basketball, I know we're talking about the WNBA, but it has to start younger. I remember playing school ball, the crowd was always smaller for the middle school girls. Then when the middle school boys played, the crowd was larger. Then when the high school girls played, the crowd was smaller. Then when the high school boys played, the crowd was larger. And even though we got 2 March Madnesses, I don't know too many people going crazy about that bracket like they do the men's March Madness bracket. You know what I'm saying? So I think it is getting better, like P saying, but I do think we need to start at the bottom, because I know even like with my experience with working in rec leagues and at the YMCA, a lot of times there's not enough girls to have a girls league, so they have to do a co-ed league. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think we gotta figure out a way first to make it something more appealing younger. So then when it does get to that level, everybody know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think more than anything, it's just I think it's just like the men's game is faster. But I do agree with P. It'd be nice if some of the, like Kobe was doing, if some of the NBA guys, and they don't got to be active NBA guys, because I know,
right.
Like Kobe wasn't active. He was retired. So maybe some of the retired legends can get behind it and promote it and try to build it up. And because the girls, the women got game, bro. Like they can play, they can ball. The games be fun, they be competitive. I remember watching back when it first came out back in Cynthia Cooper days. So like, it's always been, for people who like basketball, it's always been excited, but to get to that level, and then like P say, money got a lot to do with it, marketing, all of that. So
hey, she might have not went crazy on the WNBA level, but Boys City, Ivy Ladder
from South Carolina.
She was a fool.
And she went to Carolina. And she was from South Carolina, and then she went to Carolina.
She went to Carolina. She was a fool.
Let me ask y'all this. Crazy. Let me ask y'all this. I sent y'all a video, both of y'all, to our little group chat last week.
Yeah.
Of a 15-year-old girl who was 5'10". 5'10". She's 15 and she's 5'10", and she was dunking 2 hands. I know P saw it. Did you see it, LG?
You didn't see that video? He must have been busy.
I'm 5'10".
Bro, I'm talking about off the bounce, 2 hands. Like
2 hands, not one.
Layup line.
2 hands. And we're not talking about a rim grazer, like she kind of pulled it down a little bit.
She was up there.
And when I talk about she looked like a 15-year-old girl. Like she didn't like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like she didn't look like she was taking performance enhancing drugs. Yeah.
Bro, real life.
Legit 10 feet.
Legit 10 feet.
Off the bounce. Like they had layup lines and she just go up. Bang. I was like, oh, wait. Let me go back. I was messing with Stack. I said, hey, bro, check her blood. Hey, that thing was crazy, bro.
That would definitely help. That would definitely help. That's for sure.
So what I'm saying is, we got more women that are displaying more athleticism. Because I remember a couple of years ago, the girl who plays for Stanford, forgive me, I don't remember her name off the top of my head. The girl who currently plays for Stanford, I think she's a rising junior, but she won the McDonald's like slam dunk competition.
Slam dunk contest, yeah.
It wasn't just like a Rudy Pooty, like she jumped over a chair, you know what I mean, from like the dotted line and dunked it. You know what I mean? So like your average guy who plays basketball can't jump over a chair from the distance she did it from and dunk a basketball. You know, and she was only 6'1". You know what I mean? So we're not talking like a 6'7" girl.
She ain't no Brittany Griner.
Yeah, she's not a Brittany Griner. She was 6'1" and she jumped over a chair, like, and dunked the ball. And what's her dunks? If you take away, I'm not gonna go there. But anyway, it was impressive. It was impressive.
Yeah, it was
impressive. So I don't know. Maybe if like there's a broader pool of girls to choose from. Because like you said, LG, on the lower levels, like you got to combine, you got to make co-ed leagues because it's not enough girls just to have an all-girls league. If somehow we can make the pool of girls larger to choose from, then we'll get girls who are able to display what you're talking about, LG, to bring more eyes to the TV, more viewers, So, but like the smaller the pool of girls to choose from is, like the less you're gonna have, like the less likely you're gonna have as far as the best of the best athletes coming to the sport. So I don't know. It's just an interesting thing that I've thought more and more about lately as my daughter has gotten more and more into it. And like I said, she's still young. She's only 6, and like who's to say she's even gonna stick with it? But at the same time, like while she's into it now, I help her out as much as I can while still keeping it fun. But like I often think to myself when I watch some of these games, and they're not as packed as the boys' games. They're not as or the men's games. You don't see them like headlining the other sports talk shows the way you do the men's game. But and I know a lot of it has to do with like the money, the funding. But if you took one of the personalities on the girls' side and somebody just took money and put a lot of money behind making her the face, I think that would make a difference.
Right.
Like I don't know the ins and outs and the workings of the WNBA. I know they promote the league as a whole. I don't know how much they've done, and forgive me if I'm wrong, and I just don't know. But like forgive me for my ignorance if I'm not aware of it. But I don't know that they promote stars as much as they do, like in the NBA, like actually promoting the stars of the sports as the face of the league.
Like I haven't seen nobody, like I remember being a kid and I would grow up and you used to see Cheryl Swoops and them on commercials and all of that stuff and with shoes and all of that. But you don't see that no more. Yeah, like even on Martin and shows like what's my girl that coach right now for South Carolina? Don Staley.
Yeah.
Her, like I remember she was kind of like a face of the WNBA at the time. Cheryl, all of them, and
Lisa
you don't
Leslie
see that no more. Like, of course, Lisa Leslie and Diana Taurasi, but like with this new breed, you don't really know them like that. Like Tia Cooper, and I'm not trying to be funny. Most people talk about Tia Cooper because she's so pretty, like she's a beautiful woman, and that's what you mostly see her getting like talked about for. But they don't really like push these girls like that. You know what I'm saying? Like City saying like you don't see commercials with WNBA stars and stuff like that, or you might see them in like a Gatorade commercial or a commercial where it's combined with athletes, but you don't see them like making someone be the face of that league. Like I don't really know who's the face of WNBA right now.
Yeah, that's a good point, City.
It's still kind of like Nana Taurasi is almost still like the face of the league.
Here's the thing: the way marketing and promotions work, you put money behind something that's talented and it's pleasing, like to the viewer, and it's gonna sell. You know what I mean? So like there are plenty of women they could put a lot of money behind because they're talented, and there's a lot of girls who are interested, So like I mean, but I know on the lower levels it's thin, but the higher you go, like by the time you get to like middle school, there's more, and then and in high school there's more, like I don't know a high school that has a boys team that doesn't have a girls team, so like it gets more and more as you get on up there, but at the same time, at the same time though, like we can do better, like I think, and I say we, partly because like I said, I'm a girl dad who got a girl that's interested, but at the same time, like I think the way marketing and promotion works, you put money behind the face. And it's got to be able to do something.
It's just like radio, bro. You can hear a song on the radio that you do not stop. You can't stand, but if you hear it enough, you be like, "Hey, it grow on you." You know what I'm saying? Like you can literally hate the song, but you will know the song word for word because they push it so much.
But salute to the WNBA though, because they have really grown a lot. Like with the I was even proud of Space Jam 2 for not just making it all NBA guys.
And who was in that movie? Diana Taurasi.
Yeah. The facts.
You know what I'm saying? And Diana Taurasi been around for years. You know what I'm saying? Like she the OG.
She is.
And she still, I like the face of WNBA still. It's crazy.
She's my all-time favorite lady baller.
Word. Word.
Now, let me ask
Until
you
my
this.
niece get up there. Until my niece get up there. You know what I'm saying?
And
I might make some changes.
I mean, and even going back to what y'all was saying, like think about when you played in high school and stuff and coming up in college. Like the main, like most of the time, like those girls, even though you had a full team, only like the main hoopers would like be at the gyms and stuff, like hooping with the boys and all of that. Like that, you saw that very few in between, like where like literally the girls of those teams that was like the stars of the main hoopers, they was at the gym hooping with the guys because they didn't have a bunch of girls to hoop with. Like, you know what I'm saying? You seen, and that's still like that. Like I went to the gym today. I went to Phillips Center today. And
hey,
like,
we got two cousins that was like that, B.
Yeah, Nene and Kiki. Yeah. Like we was at the gym today. It was like two girls there hooping with the boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know what it's gonna take to really give them that push. You know what I'm saying? As far as I don't know. I wish it was there though. I wish it was there because I you know with you know women equality and all of this stuff going on, but it's like they're still not on that level yet, and they've even done segments and stuff about that. Because remember, Draymond Green caught a lot of backlash for that comment he made.
Did.
He caught a lot of backlash.
Yo, City, you know what? We should do a part 2 and invite like a female hoop on to get their perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, sound good.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope.
Hey, listen.
Hey, maybe we can tag.
Maybe
we could tag one of these ladies in here in the WNBA, and they might want to get on pick a side.
Hey, listen. If you see this episode, and you're a hooper, you know, on the ladies' side of things, let us know.
Tap in.
Let us know. Hey, with that being said, I want to also emphasize the fact we got to do a better job of emphasizing. Like when you watch us on YouTube, or if you're just watching a snippet, if this makes the snippets, you know, on IG or Facebook, but when you watch us on YouTube, make sure to subscribe. All right, subscribe, like, and comment. You know what I mean? We could be getting way more comments than we're getting right now. All right, so let's start with this topic right now. All right, comment what you think, your 2 cents. You know, subscribe. Don't just watch it. Subscribe. You know, like the video. If you don't like the video, dislike the video. Something is better than nothing. No, we want traction either way. All right, so we can grow and we can continue to bring you a diverse range of topics. Diverse range of topics. Hey, listen.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and hit the sponsors. Somebody, one of y'all. It don't matter who.
Go ahead, cuz. I like the way you do that thing. Go ahead, cuz.
Yo, HOODLAMB, Hoodlamb Apparel, hats, hoodies, tees, you name it.
Yeah.
It's fresh. Check them out on IG. Salute to my man, Ron Stott.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Well, appreciate y'all perspective, fellas. Until next time,
Yes,
we out.
Pick a side. It's mandatory.
Mandatory.